Welcome back to the MLG GameOn 16-player Invitational. We are hopping into Game 2 of Set 4 of Group A of Day 4. That was a lot of numbers. I think I got them all right.
Day 5.
Day 5?
Yep.
Oh yeah, Day 5, because we did 4 groups.
Yep.
Almost. Close.
Almost.
Anyway, what a group. What a game.
What a game, what a group,
What a
an
couple of
everything.
players.
Yep.
Where you
QXC
going?
against Scarlett. Who do you think is going to take this game? It's going to be on Habitation Station.
Habitation Station. Scarlett. I think QXC's a little rattled right now. If QXC loses this,
rustled.
QXC is gone.
He will be gone for the tournament. One of the best TVZ players in North America, actually.
One
Very
of the,
impressive play by Scarlett thus far.
Yeah, wow, and it'll be looking a little bit gloomy for Terrans. I mean,
stuff.
Because the other two, Terrans have to best Minigun and Puck.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, yeah.
Minigun is the rock, the fortress. Puck is a strong player too, and it's
Yeah,
PVT.
absolutely.
I mean, man.
Yeah, it is major, however. So, and Neep. Very good
Good
players.
Terrans,
Good
but-
Terrans. And yeah, today we might actually catch a TVT if we're lucky enough. How rare is that?
Almost definitely, I would say.
I haven't seen a TVT in what?
I think one day
1 day short of 3 years, perhaps.
we saw a TVT yesterday, didn't we?
Yes, we did. You ruined it.
I'm really sorry about that.
It's okay.
Anyway, into the game. We do have an overload coming for Scarlett. Wow.
Wow.
Great timing. Impeccable.
Great timing for the
Right on 9.
It
Right as
really
soon as
was.
she hit with
100%.
100 minerals.
So not very much going on. It is a very early day compared to the other days for us right now. So
Definitely.
our apologies if we don't sound as
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm as
are
enthusiastic
you?
as ever.
Yeah. Whether you just stretch them.
I just like
You
to
made
stretch.
me want to stretch.
I'm getting excited.
It's contagious.
I don't think stretching
Oh,
is
my back
contagious.
hurts.
Why?
I need to eat.
Calm down. Jesus. Look at the crying going on here. Unreal.
Unreal.
Standard Reaper opening. You can
Yeah.
see it's Reaper because he's opening with the gas, which is required to produce a Reaper.
Yep.
Looks
It
like
could still be something else, but
Could be.
90% of the time, probably.
Sure. Last game was the first game that we've seen QXC deviate from his Reaper opening.
Yes.
So.
This is extremely true. So
Extremely true. The best kind of true.
the best. And Scarlett going for a gasless opener. She
15,
really
16.
favors the gasless openers against Terran by the looks of it. Well,
Which is
we're
okay.
not sure yet. We're not sure actually, but
Well, I
I'm
think she
just
would have put the
assuming.
gas down by now. No?
yeah, right now, yeah. So yeah. Oh nope, never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
There's an
Yep. No.
overload.
No gas.
No.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, gasless opener. That means she's gonna be throwing her gases at what, Steven?
At around 30 supply, closer to the 34 side, I think.
Yeah.
Typically that 32 to 34, 31 to 34,
More like 34 to 35.
around 30-ish
36.
for ish. Have the overlord spot, the CC that goes started on the low ground, the ultimate sign of disrespect.
The ultimate sign of
Ultimate
disrespect.
sign of
Yeah, that's
disrespect.
actually pretty standard.
Yeah.
And
Well, I would say it's pretty good. A lot of Terrans will start it in the main, and then let Meg and Arbor float it down.
off of a Reaper opener, that's very, very, very uncommon.
Maybe, okay.
I would say 90 something.
I thought QXC, I thought he was starting it in the main before though, even off of his Reaper opening. Was he not? Am I crazy?
He was not. You're crazy.
Oh, well, fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
2 Lings out here to deal with the drone.
Is this gonna be enough? 4 now.
Is it?
Might be.
I think it will
Queen
be.
about to pop out.
Scarlett's control, pretty good. Even if she had a few balloons today. Queen pops out right now.
Yeah, the
Knocks
Lynx
the
trying to get
Reaper.
Reaper back.
Out of the base. QXC microing with all of his heart. All of his soul.
Is this heart gonna be enough though? That's the question right now.
Good
2
question.
more queens on the way for Scarlett, and this
2
is
more
what
queens.
the gasless opener is gonna allow for. Much quicker
Definitely.
queens, in favor of not getting speed.
So now she has to get that creep spread if she wants to get the
The third.
third, yep.
Yep. She might delay the third by a little bit, but
Scarlett
I'm
making a kind of a big mistake here. This is something that influences a lot of early game ZVT. If you let those Reapers harass you and you miss an Overlord, man, it hurts. Scarlett morphing at 2 Overlords now, but she's got all these larvae that just popped off the hatcheries. Probably the worst feeling as a Zerg player, I think, is to have that Reaper leave your base. You feel good that you defended it off, and you're like, oh god, he made me forget an Overlord, you know?
Yeah.
So
that's what the Reaper did.
exactly. So finally, that Overlord coming out. Little things like that could just throw all of your timings off so much. You never want to be to have to wait for that Overlord to get those 8-9 drones to come out.
Most definitely. We saw also Scarlett drop in the 3 gases at 36 supply this time around, but
Yep.
she dropped 3 instead of normal or the more common 2.
Which is strange, I think. I think it's
I mean,
strange.
it's a little bit. I think it's fine. It's just we'll see what she chooses to do here.
Sure.
A lair very quickly before any Evo chambers go down, and now the first Evo chamber going down and the second one.
I like to see those Evo chambers put at the ramp to kind of block in Hellion run bys or whatever,
They can
especially
definitely
against a person like
Because they're
QXC.
pretty much expected anyways, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
Oh, the Roach Warren is not expected though.
yeah.
That,
Not at all.
Okay, so this explains the 3 gas more. Maybe we'll see like a Roach Baneling timing.
I wouldn't think there's a Roach Baneling timing on the way, especially with the Evo chambers coming out.
Sure.
So yeah, she's upgrading the Roaches, however. So she'll go for a 1/1 Roach.
This is why. Oh no.
QXC Hellions.
Yeah, and this is why I like the Evo chambers at the ramp. Although Scarlett doesn't.
Did a really good job.
Yeah, holding it off.
Gets the Roach one scouted, however.
Still loses.
Now QXC has to kind of decide: is this Roach Warren just for 4 or 5 roaches defensively, or is she trying to all in, or what's her plan?
I think that when he sees that there's only 1 gas of the natural, if I was QXC, I would assume it's going to be an all-in. You don't think 1 gas of the natural?
But it's not. I mean, it's a 1/1 Roach timing.
Sure.
What we're gonna see here out of Scarlett. By the time she hits 1/1, she's gonna have a lot of roaches, of course.
Definitely.
QXC doing the right thing not to lift off his third just yet. I think that keeping it in the wall is gonna be pretty important, and he's making a tank, which is fantastic. This is really, really good for QXC. Really great response. Really good at identifying what Scarlett might be doing.
Especially with that tech lab coming in on the starport, if we could see the a Banshee come out too,
Banshee
would be really
will help out
helpful.
a lot. Yeah.
No siege mode for that tank, unfortunately, but I don't think he
What?
can afford it.
Are you kidding me?
Why? Did he get siege mode? No.
Oh God.
What? Am I wrong? Oh, do they? Oh, just recently. Listen, man, I'm hungry and tired, okay? Don't judge me. Don't judge me. In a recent patch, I was actually alluding to that. I was alluding to that because siege tanks actually come with siege mode now in a recent patch that was changed. You remember
Very
that?
recent, yeah.
Very recent.
Probably. How long ago was that?
I want to say 2 or 3 weeks, ish.
Yeah, most definitely.
Wow, what a push! Lots of block shit here by QXC. We got the depots, we got the orbital command, we got the siege tanks, we got the bunkers.
Yeah. In case there's new people watching this tournament, this was not a recent patch. And every
Yeah, not
time
that
Steven
recent.
has said that it's a recent patch, it hasn't been a recent patch. We're just poking fun
At other casters.
other casters that
I don't know why though you would do that. That's pretty BM.
I guess it is. But,
Cats is the one that mainly does that. I don't do that. I actually thought it was a recent patch.
Yeah,
I've been
you've
playing a
thought
lot of
it 2
Starbow
times.
recently,
Mm-hmm.
which is a really great game. Wow, check it out. Check out Starbow.
Sure. Anyways, this
We have the Banshee out here.
Yeah, the 1/1 Roach timing is not gonna do much. Scarlett choosing to go for drop tech. I very much like that.
Interesting.
It looks like QXZ is going for mech. Scarlett identifies this, and she is gonna go for, a drop timing. It could be very effective. It's a good way to spread out the mech. Tanks are not very mobile.
Definitely.
No mech units are really that mobile, except for Hellions, which are not great against roaches.
Mm-hmm.
So, drop was very, very common.
Man,
Back
in
when-
Wings of Liberty, I remember the close by air positions Metalopolis games
Mm-hmm.
where you could sometimes rush Roach Hydra drops.
Yeah, most stuff. So
But really old school kind of stuff. Not
it's a
stuff
pretty old school, but still good.
Yeah.
Still coming to some extent
and unexpected,
against mech and unexpected.
which can be some of the best parts of the strategy.
Yep. QXC Hellions not gonna find any drones here.
Yep. This is Scarlett's
That
entering.
means they're transfused. Or not.
Oh, maybe not. She's
Oh.
not going. Over here. Queen doesn't get transfused.
Yeah, the Banshee and the tank. So let's look at the units lost tab really quick. So
pretty even.
pretty even. Yeah, pretty even right now.
7 workers killed on both sides. Scarlett is
It's actually dead even right now. Do not lose that Hellion so that it's dead even. Thank you. What a creep spread though.
What a creep
Scarlett is so good at this.
That's spreading
It's
her
like,
creep.
yeah. Whenever I try to do it, it's like, okay, my creep spread looks decent, but then you look at Scarlett's, and it's like, what? How? Like
Half the map at 12
half
and a
the
half
map.
minutes.
It's insane. And it's like sometimes I think like, oh, it can't be that hard. All I gotta do is
Just spread your
spread
creep
it,
tumors.
spread it, whatever. Yeah, but she's just so good. If you look at the distance between creep tumor and creep tumor, it's,
Maximizing every tumor. To its
maximizing
fullest.
every tumor and just
And-
the paths that she chooses. It's not like it's easy to have that much creep threat on one path. but
Scarlett,
just on every
actually,
path.
Scarlett making a big mistake here, which I'm really surprised to see.
Not sending the.
Yeah, you should
the-
always send the empty overlords first. Oh man, just losing maybe a couple units for free.
Nothing.
Well, she lost at least one roach for free to that overlord. But I mean, no reason not to. Even if it's just to drop creep around the base.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
So I guess not a huge issue, but I mean, if a Thor would
It
have
can
been
be a
waiting,
little bit risky if you don't want to
Yeah.
worry too much about the overlords being left there. But yeah, this drop is doing a decent amount of damage. It's trading
Yeah.
okay.
was able to get a few SCVs. Didn't actually end up dropping everything.
Yeah, Roach is not the most expensive unit. Let's look at the units lost stack really quick.
Probably gonna be favoring Scarlet here. Oh.
Favoring
I don't
QXC.
know.
This was
Favoring-
actually a dead even break, and not the best trade for Scarlet just because it's 3 base against 3 base.
Yeah,
Right now.
because she took her 30 really and droned it really late. Even though she'd taken it a while ago, she only like just recently droned it.
Yeah.
Check the middle patches.
It was a good idea, but
Yeah.
QXC was kind of ready for it with the missile turrets and his army not being out of position, not
A little bit, yeah.
not being out of
Scarlet
the
able to get almost 20 worker kills though just from that drop. She had I think 6 or 7 before, so not the worst.
Not the worst, but it is turn. It is turn going mech.
Mhm.
Probably doesn't care too much about those minerals.
Sure.
So, yeah, QXC actually with a supply advantage, but a lot of money for Scarlet. What is she going to? Let's look at the production tab and figure it out. Swarm hostos.
Oh. 80 workers, 78 workers, taking her 5th right now as well as her 4th.
Yep. This is a pretty good map for Swarm hosts. It's really easy to split, and with that creep spread, I mean.
She just has to be
Sounds
careful.
good.
If she gets hit right now, I don't think QXC is going to want to attack onto that much creep though.
Probably not.
Although, I mean, never mind. Those attacks earlier were so weird against Suppy. Where he would have like 4 mines. and
Yeah,
like,
that was pretty weird.
But I don't know about that. Whatever.
Ain't never seen such thing.
I've never seen such a thing. We got some roaches going around the bottom of the map here. We'll get spotted by the Hellbat.
Yeah, QXC very good at spreading those Hellbats out on the map, much like you would spread overlords.
Sure. Banshee and a siege tank are in place. These roaches are still going to be able to get quite a few worker kills.
Yeah, it looks that way. The Banshee not paying attention right away. He's gonna want to move those workers potentially.
Really good worker kills here, actually. I think the siege tank is killing more than Scarlet would, actually. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it only
now
counted
it
4
looks
kills for her, but I'm pretty sure at least like 8 SCVs died there. That tank is,
It's a hero.
no, I think it's the anti-hero.
I suppose
When you
you.
kill your friends, I think.
Well, unless he was undercover, right? There might be an infested turret inside of him.
Oh, that's very true.
Yep.
That's very true.
And yeah, more Stormhosts being produced. Aspire,
Going
alongside with pathogen glands for the infestors.
Mhm.
So Scarlet looking into the later game. I like this.
What you kind of have to with Stormhost.
Yeah, most definitely.
It can be hard to close these games out early depending on how the turn responds, and it's good to have a backup plan too.
Yeah, definitely. Stormhosts, pretty strange units in against mech. They're really weak against things like point defense round, as Avillo has taught us all.
Not, yeah, kind of. I mean, usually they're okay because you've got so many projectiles, but Avillo does make a lot of.
Yeah, like a million.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's comparisons.
That's true. Very mobile though. Stormhosts almost more mobile than mech. So
Oh, this is actually really scary for Scarlet if a scan goes
Yeah,
under, but I
it
think
is.
she's gonna be okay.
well, the locust wave isn't gonna do much at all.
Yeah.
There's too many tanks here.
Definitely.
So it will probably kill no units at all. And now Scarlet has to reposition, but this gives more room for QXC to continue pushing forward,
Correct.
potentially to the bottom base. That's where I would go.
Yeah, surprised not. Okay, and he is going for the weeks. I almost think the gold would be better, no? Because then QXC could take that gold. Decent fungal to slow down progress here, but
I like what he's doing right now, I think.
I mean, when he was able to push, anytime you're able to push Stormhost back like that, I like to see you make some kind of progress, whether like
And
killing
he
the
is
base, you
towards
know.
the bottom.
Maybe I don't know if he's going to be able to now though.
The thing is that the closer you move into Scarlet's main, the closer you're moving into potential reinforcements. Whereas
Yeah.
here you're gonna, it's the furthest away base for
Maybe.
reinforcements.
Maybe. I mean, how many reinforcements?
Great fungal.
Nice fungal there.
Oh my god, great fungals. The Locust could do a lot, but manages to siege out in time. Good positioning here by QXC. Lots of locals.
Manually targeting the locust, maybe? I'm not sure if he is.
I don't think it's
Yeah, that's good.
And
Okay, fungal here on these banshees. No, nothing to follow up on it. We do have a viper, 2 vipers, 3 vipers, which will be very
blinding
good.
cloud. Actually, I would like to see blinding cloud instead of
Instead
clouds
of,
here.
yeah, that was kind
Because
of weird.
blinding cloud will, just effectively kill those tanks unless
Yep.
they can siege them.
Although it's starting to look like QXC is losing this on you regardless.
Yeah.
Not
QXC
able.
still maxed though. So
Yeah.
much closer game than we had against Suppy.
Definitely.
And QXC is well aware of Scarlett's composition on her side of the map, which is, this is what I was talking about.
I don't know if that was necessary for the 2 tanks, but everything
Yeah,
else.
probably not, but that's probably what she should have done from the start.
Yeah.
And
QXC mining his gold now.
yep, and that's pretty cool. But what I was saying is, even though QXC lost his army there, he did a little bit of damage, not enough to justify his army, but he lost it at his side of the map.
Yeah.
That means he's not getting contained by Storm Host. That means he's aware of the Storm Host and the commitment by Scarlett.
Also
and
was
the
able
army
to wipe
composition.
out a lot of the creep in the middle here too, which is
Yeah.
always nice. Although Scarlett will probably be looking to replace it with the queen as soon as she gets in there.
But QXC is going to be completely able
Oh my God.
to make whatever unit composition he sees best fit to deal with this.
Yep, that's a lot of
He's
swarm
had
hosts.
that time.
I think that after a point, I think it's not worth it to make any swarm hosts unless you split them into 2 groups, because
Mhm.
the locusts start to like pile on top of themselves, you know.
Oh well.
Oh, big mistake by QXC not being sieged immediately. He might lose like a couple tanks right off the bat. That's a kind of a big mistake. Not the hugest of mistakes, but
Yeah, and I could agree with you, but I think you can definitely.
oh
that
no,
you-
do we have Hunter Seeker missiles?
Yeah,
4 Hunter
that's
Seeker
great.
missiles going
That's
down.
so many.
Needs to get these split, and they're
Ouch,
not.
ouch. Oh, nothing
Oh,
dies.
Nothing dies.
That's good. Okay. Transfuse is going down.
Close. I wonder if one of those Seeker missiles fell, or if he just needed one more.
The spores going down. Yeah. I think one might have fallen. QXC making some banshees. That's good. Hellbat's pretty useless, I think. Probably the worst unit you can make against Storm Host. But again, it's not that
I don't
it's
even
just
know how I
minerals,
feel.
it's that it's supply at this point.
I don't even know how I feel about Banshees, actually. I think maybe only Vikings and Ravens.
I mean, yeah.
But does anybody but Villa really have? Oh boy. The Binding Cloud goes down. We are going to see the
Needs to reposition
yoinks.
those tanks.
Will Mr. Thor get back? No!
Oh, no,
Pulled
Mr.
it. Oh.
Thor, what was his name?
Doesn't matter now.
Doesn't matter now. That'd be their new names.
Not when their entire army isn't probably going to make it back to their home planet.
Moved in peace. But still producing banshees a little bit weird. Now
Nice.
going into Raven.
Hellions
Viking
flying around the
production,
map, trying to do whatever damage they can.
And this is what he should be doing with his
Oh.
Hellions. If he's gonna make any Hellions, they should not be sitting with the army. Because they're pretty worthless. They're just gonna...
Definitely.
I mean, sure, you don't care too much about minerals, but... I mean, you care about the supply, right? So, trading the Hellions out as soon as possible is gonna be the best
And
thing.
it's always nice to just... And now this is annoying for Scarlett, because
Yeah.
she loses a drone, she lost a base.
Yeah.
Hellions, how often that happen? How that's again?
Happy for that.
Not to me, I
Unfortunately.
guess. Maybe at your level of play, but...
Yeah, at my level of play, with, when good players are doing it, it's pretty hard.
Oh, yes, again, so he's playing a Villa who never harasses. Although when you don't play with health bars, I guess
Yeah, it's
maybe
pretty
harassing would be
complicated.
pretty, confusing.
What do you target?
Yeah.
When you can't see, yeah.
What do you target?
I don't know.
Um,
But the longer this game goes on, the better I think it's going to be getting for QXC in terms of army composition.
possibly, if he's capable of playing that late game awkward Mass
Yeah.
Raven Viking
Scarlett's
style.
doing great with the youngs there.
Yep,
QXC needs to be more careful in positioning those Vikings.
definitely. Ooh. A little bit of a misstep with the Hellions there.
Yep. QXC is effectively about to split the map, taking the last space at the bottom now.
A couple roaches down there, not going to be happy with that.
Not gonna be happy with that. Kind of like regardless. QXC now sacrificing some SCVs by the looks of it.
Yeah.
So we've reached that point effectively.
Wow, we actually got to do a lot of work, because I don't think I ever seen Terran make quite so many SUVs.
Yeah, those 100 Seeker missiles are gonna not work.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Too many spores there.
Yep.
But again, enough Ravens with point defense run can lace through this sort of defense.
Wow. Scarlett actually playing the more cost-effective game at this point, which I mean was
Well,
Storm
yeah,
Houses.
absolutely. It's to be expected. The Ravens have the Raven count.
Oh, big fungal right there. But I don't.
Where is QXC's army? It's so very small.
Yeah. The yoinks on the Ravens there, pretty important. Not able to actually kill the other one.
He needs more Vikings. He really desperately needs more Vikings.
And what you said earlier, I think the reason why his army looked too small is because he had a lot of workers there. He had 80 SCVs.
And the Hellbat's still useless.
Yeah.
It should not be making this right now.
I don't, usually Terrans, I feel like it should be like 40 workers right now. Like, just enough to mine gas, and then just, I mean, look, he has so many orbitals.
Yeah, definitely.
Just sack the SCVs, mine
And
gas.
he's losing so many units that it's hard to
What are the
sacrifice
units
those
here?
right
I'm so lost. I don't like the Banshees either, and the Ghost is kind of strange.
Yeah,
8
maybe
Hellbats?
for the snipe. Yeah, the Hellbats don't make any sense.
Yeah. I don't know. Only 4 Ravens and only 10 Vikings.
Yeah. Usually you make the Hellbats if you're completely out of gas, pretty much. Which he's not. He should be getting an army composition that will trade as efficiently as possible.
No! Another big fungal goes down here. We do have some Hunter Seeker missiles.
Yep, going down 3 of them. Boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom. Only 2, actually.
Alright.
Was able to escape that third one. I don't know. QXC's army just seems really itty-bitty. He needs to get rid of these SCVs. He really just needs to get rid of these SCVs. Would also like to see probably planetaries activated.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, everything that Avillo does.
Yeah.
That's Avillo.
As much
has
as
the
I hate
best
to
army
say it,
composition, yeah.
and again, this is where you get into the... You have these players like Goody and Avillo, where earlier we said StarCraft 2 is a different game when you get to like these awkward late game phases, where mediocre players all of a sudden become master tier players that are capable of beating anyone in the world. And as much as it actually hurts me a little bit to say, like I'm getting sharp pains in my chest.
Me too.
Avillo probably has one of like the top 3 late game Terran controls in the world.
I don't know if control, but army composition.
Well, yeah, composition and control
His,
with that composition.
His game knowledge when come the late game
is very good
when it comes to madness.
Very, very good. Almost unmatched.
I would painfully admit
it. Scarlett actually
that is not to say I
that
think
he's a good player.
Yeah, Avillo.
Yeah,
we can't
in
make
case
Avillo
is watching,
yeah,
you're not a good player.
You're not a
still
good player.
trash.
You're pretty bad.
Scrubbers.
But
be embarrassed.
your game.
Go
your
do
late
more
game
kung
knowledge
fu.
is-
Yeah.
Your late game knowledge when it comes to mag is. Pretty
man,
bad.
snipes there. I would have rather seen I think
What?
an EMP. I think
No.
you could have hit all 6 with EMPs.
And what do you do with the MP afterwards? You need to get rid of those units. You need to
Yeah, I guess.
trade those units cost efficiently. QXC with a little bit better of an army composition now, but still not enough Ravens. Planetary fortresses, if you're playing it out, would be great. Battle cruisers.
I don't know.
If it was a full-on air transition, then I wouldn't mind it. But just
As a Terran
battle
player,
cruiser here and there.
this is all you have to do to win the late game. As a Terran player, you need to close your eyes. You need to pretend the year is 2012 and that your Wings of Liberty Zerg with untouched infestors, where fungal kills everything. Infested Terrans get upgrades and are god, and Neural Parasite has 9 range. Let's go back to 2011. You need to think that, except with Ravens.
Yeah.
Because, man, Ravens are good.
Yeah.
Wow, Ravens are good. I don't even know. Is the Battlecruiser 6 supply in this game? Or is that only in Brood War?
Not quite sure. And again, Battlecruiser would be fine if he was heading to mass
Massive,
air.
maybe.
Yeah.
But even at that, if a Battlecruiser 6 supply, what is a Raven? Is a Raven
God.
2?
Get
Oh,
fungals.
man. I would rather see 2 or 3 more Ravens, whatever the supply difference is. Even 1 more Raven instead of a Battlecruiser. Because the battle... I mean, I guess you can... Oh, there's a drop. Wow, this is actually kind of nice, kind of cute, kind of different. And how do you defend against this as a Scarlet? How annoying! Do you have to pull back all of your swarm hosts?
I'm not sure, but I like what QXC is doing.
Definitely, yeah.
It's great. You don't really need to defend it as Scarlet, I suppose.
Maybe,
just
but I mean,
remake the tech.
rebuilding your tech is annoying. The problem is that all of the spines that you can put up aren't really effective against the siege tanks, so these
Well, she is pulling back all the
Yeah.
swarm hosts, actually.
I don't think all of them was the right decision.
Well,
okay, no, she
not
didn't
all
pull
of
back
them,
all of them. She's got a lot of swarm hosts.
That she does. Good scan here by
30
QXC.
swarm hosts,
Good trades here by QXC.
definitely. And I mean, any
I think
trade at
he's-
this point.
Yeah, he's looking to get rid of those units anyways. So this was the right move without a doubt by QXC. Let's look at the units lost stat real quick. Because I think that even things out a lot more. I think the Scarlet was getting the much better end of this game for quite a while. But with that little
QXC,
trade,
I don't know about this.
yeah, I know. He's getting a little bit desperate. He doesn't know how to deal with this. Point defense runs, much needed. If he's gonna try to push through this, he needs to drop point. No,
The
no.
Hunter Seekers should have went on the. If you wanted to do Hunter Seekers, they should have went on the Swim Host, not the Vikings. Vikings are
Yeah.
much quicker. Although Scarlett kind of fallen apart. I mean, the supply...
She has no tech.
Yeah,
That's the
she
issue
lost
right now.
all of her. Yeah, she's
So if
rebuilding.
QXC is able to end the game pretty soon before, she's now rebuilding mostly everything.
Yeah, I mean, she does have the infestation, but she needs to get
So
the
now
Swim Host out again.
she's able to start producing more. What's her larva count? Because I'm very surprised she's not remixed. One larva, and that's the issue here.
Thanks, Rock from Production, for that.
Thank you, Rob from Production, for pointing out what this is. So.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the issue right now. She's not remaxing because she has no larva.
Yeah.
Most of her larva is probably those two bases.
To be fair, I mean, when I get to this point, I stop injecting. Usually, all of my queens are.
Yeah, absolutely, especially when you're making swarm hosts.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because
they're so.
there's no
mineral
point to
heavy.
have 400 larvae, you know.
Well,
But then
there's
again,
a little bit of point. But
yeah, but I mean, how many Terrans drop you late game with tanks and Hellbats?
Yeah,
It doesn't
that's
happen
pretty
that
good.
often. So,
a little bit caught off guard there, and that's gonna hurt her until she can get remax, and then we kind of reset the game.
a little
back
bit.
to cost efficiency land.
A little bit, yeah.
QXC definitely wants to take down
That's
that
I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't like it.
Muta's coming up for Scarlet.
I mean,
Pretty
it
strange.
is a decent switch.
I mean, with Thors, battlecruisers, and Vikings on the field,
Not many Vikings though. That's the thing, and mutas are great
And point
against, for
defense
example, Raven Clouds.
yeah.
That's one of the switches. That you
Oh,
can
I
do.
guess. Oh, okay.
Nah.
For drop control, I guess it's okayish, but
Yeah, but like mutas are great against Raven Clouds. If that was what QXC was going for, you can trade your mutas for Ravens really easily, even if there's Vikings out, because mutas beat Vikings, and you know they're the fastest flying unit out there, pretty much. Are they?
QXC,
Yeah, I think so.
yeah,
Oh, the Phoenix
except for maybe the
maybe.
Oracle and the Phoenix.
Yeah, the fastest in this matchup, anyways, and
The fastest balanced unit.
the fastest balanced unit. So that's gonna make it so that the muta can get once they get Hunter Seeker Miscope, you can just run them into the Raven / Viking Cloud really easily.
Sure.
Also, they're not affected by point defense drones.
QXC just on a
As
roll,
badly.
pushing down here at the bottom, sacking more SCVs, getting a little bit scary. QXC's running a little bit low on bank. I mean, he's got a lot of gas, though, which would be really good for making Ravens. And as much as I ragged on battlecruisers earlier, mass battlecruisers, as dumb as it sounds, are actually really hard to kill. I don't
Yeah.
know what kills mass battlecruisers. They have a ton of armor.
Yeah, I mean Corruptors are good, but when you combine them with the Ravens and the
I'm gonna have to
PvD
stop you right there because you just said corruptors are good, and there are people
against
listening.
mass battle cruisers.
Um,
Against Corruptors are good against 3 units in the game:
Ye-
battle cruisers, tempests, and
Assuming that
carriers.
none of those units have any backing, but
yeah.
Vikings annihilate corruptors.
I
Yes.
would say that's a pretty fair fight.
I don't think
Vikings
so.
and Corruptors.
Vikings annihilate
I think the
Corruptors.
problem here
Hunter
is
Seeker Missile also.
No, it's the point defense round. Corruptors shoot so slow. It's the
Yeah.
point defense round that makes this army composition too strong for Corruptors to deal with, I think. And the only way to deal with a composition like this is going to be to fungal it endlessly. It's
Endlessly,
a very
which can be hard with the Yamato cannon.
yeah, and they have so much HP as well. But if
Definitely.
you're fungling the Ravens, the Vikings, it's a really hard army to not stay clumped with as a
Definitely.
turn player. So, Rob from Production showing us an empty base for some odd reason.
Not really sure what's going on there,
Not
but
sure
thanks.
what's
I guess
going
we're
on
following the
for
tale of
Rob's.
two
Thank you very
locusts.
much, Rob from Production.
What was that? There's one what left? I don't know why he held up one finger at us, but anyway, what a game. QXC playing pretty well. Scarlett playing pretty well. QXC playing pretty unorthodox.
Yeah,
Although
most
it's really hard to say there's a standard way to play
I
this.
really want him to stop making tanks, though.
Maybe. I mean, you gotta hold off the locust somehow, though.
This is true, but at this point with PDD, I think it will be enough. Oh, lots of abducts. This is where QXC is losing the cost efficiency war, though.
Yeah, these Vikings need to be front and center
Yep.
at all times. He can actually save those if he uses the units, but he saves one tank, one siege tank, lives to Telltale. Well, maybe. Actually, he might not care about that.
Nope.
Wow, what is this?
Also, okay.
What is this upgrade? What was that for battle? It was a battlecruiser energy.
Yep. What are we at when it comes to units lost tab? Because this
Almost
is what matters
dead.
the most.
Never mind.
QXC has lost more and he's mined less.
Yeah, never a good combination.
Never a good combination, especially because Scarlett mined some of QXC's side of the map.
A little bit.
So if the game continues to go down this path, Scarlett will end up winning just the war of attrition. What does attrition mean? I know I used it right.
Yeah. I don't actually know what attrition means, but I know like a war of attrition is a war waged where both sides try to wear each other down over time.
So wear each other down.
Well, attrition might mean like your commitment to like a long-term engagement, maybe. Like
Rob from
there's
production.
a lot
what
of
does
attrition. I don't know. Yeah, but like, what does the word attrition mean? Like, we understand a war of attrition has to do with like wearing each other down.
Like,
over
what does
time
the
and
actual
supplies.
word attrition mean?
Yeah.
I'm sure I used it in the right context.
But what does attrition mean?
Yeah, what does attrition?
We'll look it up after the game, okay?
All right, that sounds good. Thank you.
Wow, so many battle cruisers, so
Yep.
many Yamatos, so many Yamato cannons available. Wow, point
blinding
defense
tubs.
drones. Oh, let's see where are the Yamatos?
There's
Oh, the
point defense
two
drones there.
Hunter Seeker missiles going down. Those could be big. Oh, never mind. Nice job by Scarlett putting them away there.
Infested turrets are like the worst unit ever.
Yeah.
So he could just pretty much fight that with.
Man,
Yes, he
so
does.
I don't know if we said this earlier. Battle cruisers are pretty fucking hard to kill.
Yeah, yeah.
Holy jeepers, man. These
And,
units have a lot of armor.
He needs more Raven support though.
Yeah, he
Only
does.
4 Ravens?
I don't know why he hates ravens. Avillo somewhere is tearing his hair out.
Yes.
This is now I know what it feels like watching Zergs like fail in the late game really hard. This is nothing but Avillo feels like watching Terrans do like this kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
pretty
Because
much.
there's no reason not to have like 10 ravens. They're so good.
They're too good.
They're too good.
They're the most cost-efficient unit you can make.
Easily. Point defense drones, awesome. Even auto turrets can be awesome. To
Yeah.
go to a base and just
Yeah,
throw 10
yeah,
auto
you can
turrets.
go
Yeah, it
harass.
can be awesome. They last a long time. They do an okay amount of damage. They hit air
Hunter
and
Seeker
ground.
missile can be great.
Hunter Seeker
they're
missile,
so versatile.
awesome.
You can
They
use
fly.
whichever ability you need.
Yeah.
And point defense drone is fantastic against Swarm Hosts.
Definitely.
Great against
And
Warlords
corruptors.
and corruptors
And queens.
yeah.
Do they block queen shots? They do. Definitely. Do they? Do point defense drones block a queen shot? Yeah.
GG.
Give us a thumbs up here. I don't know that this should ever happen. Spine crawlers harassing QXCs. There we go.
Yeah, takes down the gas, but minerals for minerals, no one's too concerned with that.
Ah.
Scarlett's bank is huge.
3
There
ravens
we go, the
being
ravens.
produced. Embracing his inner dark side.
Yep. You're gonna get yoinked, but
it doesn't
PDD,
matter, it's a
please.
battle cruiser.
PDD, please. Just PDD. Yep.
Oh,
Good
fires
trade.
off.
Good trade already.
Fires up one Yamato.
PDD! Jesus Christ.
Why not the supporting Yamatos too?
Yeah, that too.
You could have been Yamatoing all of that. Maybe QXC not as comfortable with this army is. But he's getting comfortable. Man, he's getting some experience now.
Yeah, he really is learning, and as he learns, he might end up winning this game.
Becoming
despite,
stronger, like
Yeah, like a villain.
Avillo. No,
The
Avillo would
ghosts.
go
Why are you
unknowing.
making ghosts?
I don't know. Snipes, maybe. But he has
Sure,
Yamato.
They're a liability right now.
Yeah, I would say so.
On the ground. I mean,
And
they're the
whatever
one
a
unit
ghost
that
could
can die to
snipe,
locusts.
whatever ghost could snipe the battle cruiser can Yamato.
Yeah,
I think the range
I
is
wouldn't
the same,
mind.
right?
I wouldn't mind ghosts if he was going for nukes, to break this sort of static.
QXC.
If he was getting nukes, I would like the ghosts. Yeah, QXC very
What did he just
EMP
EMP?
his.
You know what? He's got full energy. He might as well start Yamatoing down the sport crawlers too. There's no reason
Yeah,
not to.
yeah.
Like,
There's no reason not to. Just needs more ravens and PVD. That's what he needs. Once he has enough ravens and PVDs, he can
more
push
siege
through
tanks.
anything.
Why?
Absolutely anything. There's no reason to make more siege tanks.
And ghosts.
Especially
And
when you have
battle
this
cruiser.
much- when you have this much army and ghosts, this is really strange.
But it's okay.
It's okay.
He's making it work. Ish.
Ish.
We take a look at the cost-effective tab. We do have Scarlett pulling
Yeah,
even further
pulling
ahead.
way ahead.
45,000 to
10,000
35,000.
10,000 million now.
10,000 million difference. Can we get some Yamatos? Oh, and a Yamato is on our
Yamato.
Oh, my God! Oh, no! Okay, there we go. Whew. Oh, we're gonna get some yoinks on the
Oh,
Ravens.
No, PDD, please. No? Still no.
The full HP.
I don't think he knows about
What is
PDD.
he doing? Can we
That's
get Rob the
GG.
production?
He has to GG now.
What happened?
Is he...
Was he? What was? Oh, well, it's that QXC's vision. Oh, he was fighting the Locust with the
Oh,
siege
no.
tanks.
Well, that was the most unfortunate loss ever. Now we're making 2
Oh,
Ravens, 4
and actually,
Vikings.
I'm okay with that because the sooner QXC
That's why the
loses,
Vikings were so
the
important.
sooner we
too.
get to eat.
That is true.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's why the Vikings and the battle cruisers are important. Because every time these yoinks happen, there should be Yamatos going down on the Vikings.
Yeah, and,
Or- or
we're
on the
losing
other-
Vipers to the Vikings.
Yeah.
Losing Vipers to the Vikings, ready with PDD to defend whatever from whatever anything Sir can do.
Mm-hmm.
But QXC just not a fan of the PDDs.
Yeah. So this goes back to something that Kat said a couple days ago, which is kind of interesting. A lot of people see these matches, and I'm not gonna lie, I actually defer from opinion Kat's here. I don't like the Swarm Host. I think it's a dumb unit, and I don't like the way that the game's going. You get to Swarm Host. However, that what I just said is a valid opinion. An invalid opinion is Swarm Hosts make for boring games. Because there's a lot of stuff that can be going on while the game is happening. You've got Battlecruiser Yamatos, you've got, I guess, snipes and EMPs from Ghost. Not really, that shouldn't happen. You've got the Siege Tank positioning, you've got the Raven, which is doing point defense drones or Hunter Seeker missiles. There's
a
lot
lot
of
to
stuff.
talk about. It's a game of chess. It's a much lower base game. But
It's almost reminiscent of TVT in
I mean,
Brood
let's
War.
check the APM.
Let's not.
No, let's check it.
Which button is that?
Let's.
There you go.
There we go. So, both players over 200 APM.
Not really. I mean, right now they are, I guess.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I mean, it's like throughout the entire time. It's not like they're not doing anything.
Yeah, sure.
They're just sitting there watching their units. No,
And there's a lot
always
the,
something going on.
Yeah, the dance between the Battlecruiser Raven and the Viking versus the Vipers and the
Yeah.
Swarm Host.
So
can be
is it
interesting,
the most fun game to watch a turtle game? Perhaps not, but it's a
Yeah.
different game. It's a more chess-like game.
And
it's
it's
a game
better
with a lot
than-
of strategy, positioning.
And it's better than
And,
Wings of Liberty ZVP.
Oh, absolutely,
Where it came down to one vortex.
pretty much.
Yeah.
There's it's all about the details. Every little exchange, every little thing matters in this. All that matters is cost efficiency, essentially.
Definitely.
And Scarlett has taken a huge lead in that. So we can already tell, despite both players being maxed, that
Why?
QXC's.
Because he's out of gas now, I guess.
Yes. Yeah. That QXC's, QXC's army
I've never seen.
is probably his last one.
Yeah. I've never seen a Terran be so afraid to Yamato. Even if he Yamato Locust, like, I don't know, he's been sitting.
Well, if he had a little bit, now he has more Vikings than before. So again, I
Does
think
he?
he's learning. Well, he has 5 as opposed to none.
I guess.
But
I don't like the ghost. Man, he just needs to be Yamatoing like
the
crazy.
ghosts are just such a waste of gas at this point. If
Yeah.
he's not using them to nuke and gain position on his opponent
Exactly.
with those ghosts,
Nuking would be interesting.
nuking would be
But
interesting
would be
because
very
it forces all of the strongholds to move, all of the
Exactly.
sports to move. Then that makes it so that there's room for you to go in
Definitely.
with the rest of your army.
So now it might seem weird because like what do you mean? Like why would you say ghosts are bad? Like EMP is really good against Vipers. EMP is really good against Infestors.
EMP
no?
doesn't kill anything.
The problem is, yeah, not only does EMP not kill anything, but the Terran already has units that are better suited to kill the Vipers and the Infestors.
Yeah.
For the Infestors, these should be getting Yamato like crazy.
Yeah.
And the siege tanks are also there if they get too close. And for the Vipers, that's what the Vikings are for. And then Hunter Seeker Missile kind of takes care of everything else. There isn't really anything that the Ghost excels at with the EMP and the Snipe kit, with the exception of nukes.
Yeah.
So-
I mean, snipe can be useful if you have cloak and your opponent's being careless.
Maybe,
and
yeah.
do
But even
something
at that, I
weird.
mean, a fungal on a cloak Ghost, like, it's just not...
Yeah, there's much more safer.
Yeah,
ways.
better.
Like the
Safer,
ghosts-
more cost-effective.
Yeah, right now QX is so heavy on tanks that the ghosts are less of a liability. But if he was going for what I think the proper army composition would be at this point, just because enough air army can hold off any number of locusts anyways, right? So tanks are a little bit of a
Redundant.
redundant.
And again, Scarlett coming in here, no Yamatos, no Vikings.
The Vikings, the lack
Yeah.
of Vikings, no PDDs.
Oh, there's now.
There's
Oh, he's
PDDs.
evolving.
Yeah, evolving.
A little bit late, but
PDDs would block out a lot of locust shots. And like when Avilo plays this style, he has so many ravens,
that the PDDs
The-
are almost never ending.
never ending.
Like
Quite
literally,
If
he has
unless-
enough
yeah.
Ravens to constantly throw down PDDs.
And
such
you're
that-
always gonna be, you're always gonna have enough energy for the next one. It's kind of like force fielding a ramp with 5 sentries. You can
Exactly.
force field it forever. It's
Yep.
the same thing.
I mean, so I feel like what we're seeing here is kind of the fall of QXC. Scarlett is just continuing to whittle away at him. It doesn't seem like he's capable of moving this army in the way he needs to.
Yeah, I really like what Scarlett's doing in not maxing out.
Sure,
she
she's kind of-
identifies that this is a cost efficiency game.
Definitely.
She wants to make the units that are gonna get her the most cost efficiency. She wants to wait for QXC's move.
Exactly.
She's basically saying, okay, you're the one that has to make something happen. I'm already ahead.
Mhm.
So whatever you're gonna do, I'll try to counter as best as I can.
Definitely. And a few more Stormhosts popping up. But
Vikings
yeah, I mean,
should
as
be
you can
fine.
see, nothing major is going to happen, right? QXC isn't about to just A-move into her army. So there's no, like, big
Yeah, look at
threat.
this. Now with the Vikings, the Viper has to be a lot more careful. Why is he so careless? That Viper, look at how how far that Viper went to abduct.
Yeah.
That should just not happen.
Yeah, Scarlett just chilling. She doesn't need to mech. She's just gonna. She could probably walk away from the computer, come back in 5 minutes, and still be like trading cost effectively. I mean, if this continues to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we have a lot of units moving out. Ah, more
No.
siege tanks. Unfortunately.
I mean, why? The locusts are already at a stalemate. He's not
Yeah.
losing anything. Unless he's looking to push, but I
But
mean,
you don't wanna
he's going to
push.
be way more efficient with
Yeah,
the pushing.
and you don't want to push with siege tanks into this many vipers
Yeah.
and infestors and swarm hosts. It's too
I
scary.
think he's just not sure of what he's supposed to do. And
Maybe a
it's
little
really
bit lost in this late game. Probably. I guess it's probably good that this is the last match for QXC because we'd be really frustrated going into the next game. But I mean, that's not really good to say because he's going to be out of the tournament now anyway. So
Yeah.
yeah, if this was game 1, this would be a really frustrating loss for QXC.
Yeah, most definitely.
I could see. It's definitely
The
frustrating.
ghosts are around. I'm going to try to get some snipes. Scarlett's definitely looking for more of that.
How many snipes does it take to kill a viper?
Probably 2 or 3.
3.
Can't imagine too very many.
Snipe does 50.
50 were psionic and vipers have.
Vipers have like 150.
Oh,
So
so
almost
4.
4 shots if they recover. That's ugh. Now let's look at how much damage Yamato does.
Like a million.
300.
300.
300,
GG.
which is enough to 2-shot a spore card.
Yep. QXC making now Hellbats and Battle Cruiser. Hellbats, of course, now because of the lack of gas. He learned in time not to make Hellbats, so that's pretty cool.
I guess.
He stopped making Hellbats and making only gas units.
Corruptor's on the way for Scarlett. I don't necessarily think this is bad because she's been able to yank 1 battle cruiser at a
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
so
She
the
continues to-
Corruptors
she
just
might
give
as
her
well.
the Corruptors just give her the ability to kill him a little bit faster as she yanks him in, which is pretty much how this game's been going.
Yep.
5,
Just
5,
basically.
5.
Oh wow! Look at
5.
those resources.
Can we take a look at the resources lost tab real quick? Because that's probably pretty
5,
cool.
5, 5, 5, 5, 5. 5, 5, 5, 5.
If Herman Cain was watching this game, he would be really impressed right now.
Who is that?
Wow. He was an ingenious Republican who had one of the most ingenious tax reform plans ever that was called 555. None of the math checked out, and it was completely and totally unfeasible, and it would have never worked if it would have implemented. But it had a really good slogan to it. I think.
See, where's the Vikings here, sitting in the front? Those
Yeah, I'm not sure why. I don't
even
understand.
missile turrets
Yeah.
with the amount of money that he has. Would be
He
great.
has his army exactly backwards, with the battle cruisers hiding in the rear and the Vikings hiding in the rear. I don't understand. They need to just be up front. Like,
Yeah,
you're
the
not going to
Vikings
run a
should be up
Viper.
front,
You're not
but-
going to run a Viper into Vikings and battle cruisers to yank. Why would? It's crazy, you know.
Yeah. The correct setup here would be a few turrets in front of all of this. Vikings in front of the battle cruisers behind them.
Ideally,
No
if he was playing with a bigger econ, a couple planetary fortresses.
yeah,
But
I mean at this point it's so tough to be
Yeah.
able to QXC, I suppose.
but not really. I mean, QXC could still win this game.
You think so?
If he were to sit his army here and just start Yamatoing every single Viper that came in, I think that he could still, like, it's not, like, in his favor, but I think that he could still have a chance, you know? Like, right here, like, boom, that Viper should be dead. And then the rest of the battle cruisers could be coming in and Yamatoing any other Viper that comes up and tries to pull. Like, right here, all the battle cruisers should be here killing the
Snipes, looking
Vipers.
for the snipes, not
The
getting
snipes suck. Snipes suck. It's a bad move. 50 damage?
anything. Yeah.
It used to be, like, 200, just recently nerfed. Into oblivion. What a joke.
Like, look at that PDD. It helps so much.
Yeah,
But
but
why
I mean-
are the battle cruisers even?
The battle cruisers just need to be up there. They need to balls out, just right up front. Anytime Vipers come in, just bam, bam, bam.
I agree with the Vikings being up front. I'm not sure about the battle cruisers.
Look at all the Yamatos that could be going on.
Good
Why the
ideas,
EMP?
but,
No,
I
they're
mean-
not good. So you can just all the energy back from the
QXC's
spores
going
here.
for it.
He's going for it.
He needs the PDDs out.
Like, she can just consume all of these spores.
Yeah. The problem with the EMP in this particular case is, you
Consume.
know, like even if it renders the units useless,
It's only
they
for
can just even if there wasn't consume, unless you're going for the kill, there's not going to be any use
Yeah.
in EMPing units.
could just Yamato anything. Just the energy just sitting on the battle cruisers. Just
EMPs again.
Yamato the spores. What? Oh,
PDDs, please.
is he gonna? No.
If he PDDs here, he can actually push forward with everything. If he uses all the energy he has on his Ravens on PDDs.
Scarlett grabbing a few more swarm hosts. In the background of all of this, Scarlett does have like 4 or 5, I think, swarm hosts. Not rallied correctly, but one of them, or 2 of them are at least trying to whittle away at that base over there.
Yeah.
We do have a binding cloud going down, more Yanks, no Yamatos. You need to upgrade your model, right?
Oh, there's a point defense, but he's not using them to push. So.
Do you have to
Oh,
upgrade?
Umberos the spine, the spores. Now we can push, perhaps. That's a mistake by Scarlett.
Yeah.
QXC should take this opportunity to do something with it. Yeah, lots of infestors now, and I love this by Scarlett. Fungal almost outrageous.
Lots of
outrageous
vipers
everything.
too. Oh my
This
goodness.
is actually the correct unit composition against someone that, like for example, if you were playing against the Villo, infestors, Fungal is going to be one of the only units that can be efficient because Fungal outranges pretty much everything.
QXC actually, I think Scarlett needs to bring back her Stormhouse that are up here and needs to bring it in and focus on this now because QXC is actually looking for a decent spot. Also, I think that
An annoying
Scarlett...
spot, but I don't think she
Scarlett's-
cares about losing that base. She's
Maybe.
already meant that.
Scarlett's been doing an okay job, but I think Scarlett could actually be a lot more aggressive with her Viper pulls. She's been pulling well, but she could be pulling so much more because of how careless QXC... Like, doing this one at a time. I think she could just grab, like, 6 units and just start yanking it all in, you know?
I mean, it's possible. Yeah. Just because of how careless.
Based on how QXC is played, yeah. Like, I don't see any problem with her just coming in here and just starting to yank, you know, like 4 or 5 things. As long as she's careful of the ghost.
Even please again.
Yeah.
I mean, that's gonna delay Scarlet. Might as well push right now if you're QXC.
Oh, needs to be careful not to come through the buildings. Maybe she can.
Now QXC pushing in, slowly gonna get pushed on the world away, unfortunately for him.
Maybe. I mean, he is working down the spores. He still has...
Yeah, but what does that do for him? I mean, at this point, he's so far behind the counter. As long as Scarlet doesn't throw her army, that's the only thing of value.
Sure.
Because she can't remax, right? This is pretty much the... Well, Scarlet
the
can
last-
remax a little bit better than QXC.
A little. I think she can get, what, like 20 more Stormhouse?
Yeah, let's look at the units lost time, actually.
Maybe.
So,
Quite a bit.
Kevin, almost 20,000 difference.
And this
But
is
that
obviously...
is so many Vipers. That's so expensive. If she lost all the Vipers somehow, then I think it would be almost even. There's just so many Vipers.
Yeah, so now their battle crews are falling victim. And again, surprised not to see Scarlet just run in here and start...
Yeah. A lot of Corruptors I do not like this, but there's no PDDs, so...
Oh, wow, that is a lot. Okay, that's where all of his supply is.
Is there
Actually-
any Ravens left? There's no Ravens
Yeah,
left.
that's really... I think she could almost just walk in
She
and
could
win.
definitely just walk in.
Yeah, if not, then very
She's
close
just being
to
careful
winning.
and can't blame her.
And she, I mean, those Corruptors, it's 3-3 upgrades. Like, those aren't... It's not
Plus,
gonna be...
plus the Infestors for Fungal or even Parasite she has. Can't imagine she's missing any upgrades at this point.
Yeah.
But,
Actually,
yeah,
no, she doesn't have
she's just playing a very methodical game right now.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I mean, she'll end up winning, no matter what almost.
Still misvalued on the Swarm. She's got 5 Swarm hosts in, like, the middle right of the map that aren't doing much.
Yeah.
Yeah, QXC just chilling.
Nothing in production for either player. QXC not even bothering making Hellbats. So now, I guess now he realizes how useless those were to make earlier.
Maybe, yeah.
Abducting Hellbats not going to be a very new use. That Viking hurts QXC a lot. But those sniping an investor, that was good.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean at this point there's not much that QXC can do. Not anything that I can think of.
Except for maybe if you were to start dumping Yamato's on Community Army, that would be nice.
Yeah, but I mean Yamato with no Viking support is just gonna make it so they get at this point, I think. With no PDD, also. I say PDD a lot this game, but that's such
Oh,
a
there we go. Look, that was nice.
Now he might try it more often. He was like, oh, that works.
Hey, that works.
Let's
I want to
see
see
if
like
that's
6 Yamatos go down. Oh,
Yeah.
never mind. I don't know why he's so scared of Yamatoing. These battle cruises have all generated like 20,000 energy this game. Like, they're just sitting next to him. Oh, all of the tanks undefended.
Yeah.
Those binding clouds are pretty
Oh,
big.
Yamatos? Nope.
QXC's gonna have to back up here.
Yeah, pretty good blinding clouds there. 0 gas left for QXC. This is-
Absolutely 0.
Yeah,
Not
this
even
is-
mining any.
Yeah, there's no way. I mean, should he start making Marines? I guess he wouldn't make Marines. 0-0 upgraded.
Are they 0-0? I don't even know if he's upgraded.
I would think so.
Probably. Yeah, no
Yeah.
weapons.
The Marines would be 0-0 Marines, so as good as that. But probably
I mean,
more
the rest of
useful
his army
than,
is...
than
Yeah.
any Hellbats would be anyways. Still making Hellbats though. pumping in for that. I guess it's even arguable. So, 0-0 means just trash. So yeah, QXC running out of options. Scarlett, you gain the smart thing just to keep it back and play it safe. At this point, it's just QXC doesn't want to go out of the tournament.
Yeah, I feel bad for Giggs because I think he thinks.
Killing soft
I think QXC thinks.
Look at the P. Look, did you see how much damage that PvE absorbed?
I think QXC thinks it might be really close. I don't think he's seen the Corruptors yet. Did he see him with a scan?
Probably not.
He might have.
Oh, great fungal Meadows.
Yeah.
That hurts. And again, fungal is the ability that Scarlett's not using to her best ability, I think, because
Maybe.
she should be fungaling as often as possible.
Maybe, but
QXC
kind of like
cannot-
you said,
can
just
no
playing,
longer repair this.
just playing really conservatively.
Yeah. But again, fungal outranges everything pretty much. So
At this point, I actually, with the Raven count being 1, I wouldn't object to Scarlett just running her Corruptors in and just. I think she has enough to kill it.
She would. I'm 100% certain she would if she
Yeah.
didn't look at her bank. That's easy.
Yeah.
for her. It's not a huge bank. It's only 2,000 gas. So she's thinking, if I lose this army, if I lose the fight, I lose.
Yeah, sure. Maybe she doesn't realize how dire QXC situation is.
Yeah, exactly. And also, since everything of all the army of QXC is clumped, it's perhaps hard.
He runs away the Vikings from the Vikings. Like,
I mean, he doesn't have very many at this point.
I know. The Yamatos, that could be 10 dead Vipers. 10. How can this be real?
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
We're no Terran. Avilos Terran.
Oh, shit.
That would be sick of
That
Scarlet
would probably
sometime.
be the worst
The
VM.
sickest burn, and it would be just in line with people being QXC.
It's so sad. I hate to see him get eliminated like this because he's been like so oddly DM'd
Yeah.
by the most odd players. Like I mean, like love him or hate him, I would never expect to see Desmond say something like that in a tournament, and
Yeah.
especially Suppy dancing Ultralisks. I don't know. I feel bad.
Yeah.
Hopefully Scarlett doesn't say anything to add fuel to the fire. I will feel bad for
I
QXC.
think, yeah, very bad. So you would probably smash 3 keyboards at least.
Smashing them together.
Yeah.
I think.
Onto
Maybe
the
QXC could make like a channel, like a kung fu channel, where he stacks like 5 keyboards and then at one time like karate chops them like bricks, you know?
That would be sick. Yeah, we're just waiting for the end.
For the inevitable.
It's just QXC has been cost inefficient throughout the entire game in comparison to
I
Scarlet.
am getting like very upset, like agitated, seeing the full energy on all of these battle cruises the entire game. It's very, very upsetting to me. Wow, so many potential Yamatos, so many like if Scarlett loses all of her Vipers, she's in a really awkward spot. 'Cause now it's hard for her to push. You know, she has no binding cut, and I mean it's not like she's saving a lot of gas. She's got enough gas to make what 10 Vipers? How much gas are Vipers? 150? 200? Wow. 200 gas per Viper.
Damn.
So yeah, 9, 10 Vipers. No, it's just not. Man. Yeah, I still think I'm gonna hold out and be the sole. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say I still think that.
Go! Look, Yamatos!
But he comes into range.
Yeah. It's like, oh wait, 30 minutes?
Oh man, I don't know. Did he just Yamato ult? Oh no, never
They're
mind.
trying to sneak in a bundle. That's definitely the right call for Scarlet. Again, Scarlet's still concerned. About
Yeah.
using this one.
I don't know. She should just aim over at Corruptors at this point. Well, I mean, maybe she shouldn't. She should keep playing safe. She wants to win. It is a tournament game. This is a
Yeah,
500.
yeah, I would, especially when you've invested over an hour playing it.
Yeah, you don't want to throw it away doing something dumb.
Yeah. So I think she's playing it right. Eventually, QXC's army will
Yeah, I mean, he is losing little by little, so.
Yeah.
We do have something being produced by Scarlett, 9 more Corruptors. Maybe now she'll feel energy goes down.
QXC realizes he's been, consistently on the decline here.
Yeah.
Great game by Scarlett. Well played. QXC could have done a little bit better.
A little bit.
In terms of army composition,
The resource
especially.
collection is actually really close. Very close.
I mean, when you split the map,
yeah.
the resource collection is actually
Well, yeah, I know.
identical.
You incorrectly mentioned earlier that Scarlett had been mining one of QXC's expansions.
As you can see by the resource
Yeah,
collection.
but it was such a slight amount that I probably, as a caster, wouldn't have bothered mentioning that because it was insignificant and inconsequential.
Really? Because it seems like 2,000 resources to me?
2,000 resources would have made the difference that game. If you gave 2,000 resources more to QXC, what do you think you would have did with them? Build more battle cruisers and not
Gas?
Yamato?
I mean, it's possible. I mean, QXC definitely not. He's a great mech player too. I should point out.
But again,
just not the,
that will
the
point
super
out
late game.
for the millionth time, the super late game is so much different than anything else in
Yep.
StarCraft 2. Like, it's totally
Always.
different. Good players, bad players, like,
Different
everything
anime.
changes in the super late game.
Yep.
Anyway, wow, what a game.
What a game!
We have
So,
the final match coming up for the group, not for the day, because we are going to do another group after
Suppy
this.
versus Scarlett.
Suppy versus Scarlett.
Another
QX
CVC, and this is gonna be between Suppy and Scarlett, and it's gonna determine who goes on to advance and who pulls out
Exactly.
of the tournament. We're gonna have Suppy or Scarlett falling out of the
Definitely,
tournament.
and I mean,
how crazy is that?
Suppy and Scarlett, two great players, about to play in a best of three
Two
coming
great
up.
friends as well.
Two great friends. Very good friends, actually.
Very good friends.
Very good friends.
They're actually in the Circ chat. Thank
yeah,
you.
quite
Suppy,
often.
like Kane,
Mhm.
looks up to Scarlett.
Very much so.
They even have on Skype their pictures are wolves.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, it's really cute.
Yeah.
I think their pictures are wolves.
Very cute. Very close friends. So, man, what a heartbreaking. This kind of reminds me of the end of the Hunger Games, where the two people have to kill each other.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, there will not be an adjustment of rules here, because MLG will not let the Flowers of Love poison the integrity of the tournament by allowing both players to pass. So one will have to destroy the other in this final best of three for this group. What a
We'll
game!
have the heart. Will one of them just be like,
Go ahead.
go on without me?
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see it.
It will be.
It will be. Wow, and you don't want to miss that. So
You do
we'll be
not.
back in 3 minutes. Stay tuned. Suppy versus Scarlett, the final match of our group. QXC dropping into oblivion. Kane rising to
The task.
the best of fours.
And,
And Suppy and Scarlett fighting out.
we want
see-
to thank as well QXC and Scarlett, because we were planning on going on a lunch break in between the groups.
And now we're not even sure if that's possible. So, yeah, thanks.
We'll be
for-
back in 3 minutes. Thanks a
3
lot,
minutes.
guys.